Good Sunday morning, April 16th, 2023. I've been covering baseball records, batting average, my favorite baseball record. I'm focusing on Hall of Fame baseball players. They're the ones who had a significant career in baseball and they made the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to them. I've listed 169 position baseball players and their batting average and rank them. Who's number one? Ty Cobb, 366, all the way down to 169. I'm on number 36 right now. If I look this way, I'm looking at my computer screen and it lists from 1 to 169. So if I go back and forth, also I have this book here, Baseball Almanac. It just focuses on Hall of Fame players and gives me the stats. 36 on the list. Charlie Gehringer. Lifetime batting average 320 and his high 371. Had about 2,800 hits in his career. Solid player. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 200 hit seasons. His high 227 hits. Charlie Gehringer played from 1924 to 1942. Solid player. 37 on the list, Chuck Klein. 320 lifetime batting average. His high, 386. Let's look at Klein here. I've got him right here. Look at this. Did you know 1 year he had 250 hits? 1930 season, 250 hits, and he bats 386. Played the entire year. 40 homers, 170 RBIs, 386. 250 hits. In fact, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 200 hit seasons. He ends up with 2,000 hits. He should have played longer. Had 1,700 games. If he plays 3,000 games, like some of these other Hall of Famers, he would have had 3,000 hits. So Chuck Klein, 37 on the list. 38, Mickey Cochrane. 320 lifetime batting average. The catcher. A catcher, he bats 320. Must know what he's doing. When he's catching pitchers, calling the game. Cochrane. He goes way back, though. He's 1925. Only had 1,600 hits in 1,400 games. Should have played longer, too. This is another guy. But his high was a 357. Never had a 200 hit season. Only 1,600 career hits, but he makes the Hall of Fame. How about that? I believe players in that era played in the 1920s. Played from 1925 to about 1937. I think players in that era considered Mickey Cochrane the best catcher during that time. 39 on the list, Pie Traynor, third baseman. 320 lifetime batting average. His high was 366. 2,400 hits. Played in the 1920s and the 1930s. Ends up with 2,400 career hits. Had 1 200 hit season. 320. Again, during that era, I believe it was Connie Mack, one of those managers during that time. He said the best third baseman was Pie Traynor. I didn't see, I haven't seen much of him on video. Haven't read much about him, but 320 is solid. 40 on the list, Kirby Puckett, new school. I consider the old school era from 1870s to about 1949. That's old school. And then after 1950 to the present would be new school. And we've got Kirby Puckett coming in at number 40 on the list, 318 lifetime batting average. Kirby is, I watched him play. I watched the World Series. He had a dramatic walk-off. He had some excellent catches. I think he robbed a couple guys of home runs in that series. Kirby Puckett, listen to this, 1,700 games, 2,300 hits. He only played about 12 years. He had problems with his eyes toward the end. I think he had some surgery on his eyes, so had to give it up. And he died young. 46 years old. That's too young for Kirby. Died in 2006, but he had 2,300 hits. He was a good hitter. 223 hits, 207, 234, 215, and 210. 5 200-hit seasons, 318 lifetime. That's 2,300 hits in about 12 years. He plays 18 to 20 years. He's probably up to about 3,400 hits. What potential for Kirby Puckett? 318, but he died young. And I think he had problems with his eyes. Kirby, I liked him. 41 on the list, Earl Averill. Earl Averill, 318 lifetime. This is another guy. Let's see. Played in the 1930s, but had only about 13 years. Why? I don't know. 2,000 hits, though. 1,600 games. 318. He had a high of 378. Did I say Kirby Puckett's high was 356? 378 for Earl Averill. Had a 232 hit season. 2,000 hits in about 1,600 games. Should have played longer, Earl. 42 on the list, new school. Vladimir Guerrero. This guy would swing at anything, I believe. In fact, I think there was a pitcher threw a ball in the dirt. Guerrero swung at it. I think it bounced. No, the pitch bounced to the plate. Yet Guerrero swung, got a base hit. I think that's in one of these stories about him. He's a 318 lifetime batting average, 25, almost 2,600 hits in 2,000 games. Big guy. Guerrero, 6'3", 235 pounds. But good athlete. Let's see. He had 3 200-hit seasons. His high, 345. But I like the 2,600 hits. I would have liked to have seen him get 3,000 hits. Oh, he played 16 years, roughly. Guerrero. What's unique about him? 449 homers, too. I like to have seen him get 3,000 hits and 500 homers. But he stopped his career. Looks like about, let's see, played from 1996 to 2011. So that would be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 16 years. Guerrero should have played longer. 43 on the list. Arky Vaughan. Arky Vaughan. What kind of a name is Arky? A-R-K-Y? All right, what did Arky do? 2,100 hits. His lifetime batting average, 318. 2,100 hits, 1,800 games. Did not have a 200 hit season, but his high, he had a 385 one year. Wow, that's very good. 385. He had 192 hits, 137 games that year. Arky Vaughan. What? He played in the 1930s, 40s. 44 on the list. Roberto Clemente, new school. You should know this fact, but he retired. I don't know if he retired or it was just his last game or toward his last season. He ends up with 3,000 hits exactly. I love it. Career batting average, 317. He had some 200 hit seasons, had about 4 of them, won some batting titles, 3,000 hits in 2,400 games. I like that pace. But it's only 18 years. If he plays another 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 years more, so he plays 22 years, he could have 3,500 hits. 317 for Roberto Clemente. We know the story. He was delivering supplies to Nicaragua, I believe it was, one of those Caribbean countries. The plane crashed, and he's gone. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? Roberto Clemente, Hall of Fame. 45 on the list, Chick Happy. Interesting guy here, Happy. What did he do for his career? Well, he's 317 lifetime. That's good. 1,400 hits, and he makes the Hall of Fame. How do you do that? I guess it's a 317 average, and his high was 349. Didn't have a 200 hit season, just played 1,283 games. How does Chick Happy make the Hall of Fame? I don't know. It must be the 317 lifetime batting average, did it? 46 on the list, Joe Kelly. This goes way back, 1890s. He has 2,200 career hits. Lifetime batting average, 317. And his high, listen to this, 393. Just short of 400. He's probably regretted that he didn't get to 400. But that year he had 199 hits. See, it was in 1894. That's 393. 199 hits and 111 RBI. So he has 2,200 career hits in 1,800 games. Good. 317 lifetime. Joe Kelly. 47. Zach Wheat. Let's look up Zach Wheat. He is 317 lifetime. I like these guys who have 300 or better career batting average. These are the cream of the crop. Zach Wheat. Let's see what he did here. I've got him here. 375 was his high. Zach, 2,884 hits, just shy of 3,000. He should have kept playing. Why do these guys stop? 3,000 hits is the magic baseball number. Had one 200 hit season. 317 lifetime for Zach Wheat. He's another guy, along with Sam Rice, Frank Robinson, some of these other guys, Willie Keeler, they end up with 2,900 hits and they stop playing. Big mistake. Keep going. 48 on the list. Roger Connor. This goes way back. Roger Connor, listen to this. 1880s and 1890s, but he has a 316 lifetime batting average, 2,400 hits. And 371 was his high. Didn't have a 200 hit season, but he plays 2,000 games and has 2,467 hits. It's more than a hit a game. And 316 career batting average. I like it. Roger Connor, 49 on the list. Lloyd Wainer, brother of Paul Wainer. Paul got 3,000 hits. But Lloyd Wainer was a good player too. How about your brother? Two brothers in the Hall of Fame. How many can lay to that claim? Paul Wainer and Lloyd Wainer. Lloyd played in the 1920s and 20s and 30s. He ends up with 2,459 hits. So his brother Paul beats him because Paul had 3,100 hits. But he ends up with a 316 lifetime batting average, and he was a 200 hit guy. He had 4 200 hit seasons. Listen to this. He had 223, 221, and 234 in a 3-year period. His high, 362. Lloyd Wainer, Hall of Fame. 50 on the list. Frankie Frisch, 316 lifetime batting average. His high was 348. When did he play? Let's see. Frisch. Got him here. Played 1920s and 30s. He ends up with, oh no, another guy. 2,880 hits. 120 hits shy. 1 or 2 more seasons and you got to 3,000. He had some 200 hit seasons, 3 of them. 348 career high and 316 career batting average. Frankie Frisch. Add him to the list of guys who should not have stopped playing baseball. Keep going to get that magic 3,000 hits. Don't you agree with that? I do. Frankie Frisch. All right, that'll cover 36 through 50. Do about 18, 19, 20 minutes on the video. We'll keep going. We'll do the countdown of these guys, and I'll comment them, look at their careers, look at their career batting average, their career high for a season, career hits, 200 hit seasons, anything particular or worth noting, I'll make mention of these guys. But I like all these guys who have career batting averages over 300. Thanks for watching here. We'll continue next. I'm out.